Coming up on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, we have the number 2 team in the state, the Hitchcock Bulldogs, taking on the Hempstead Bobcats. On today's pre-show, we talk to some of the players and the coaches. Plus, we sit down with the Hitchcock Bulldogs band, and we also have some stories about the Hitchcock cheerleaders and HOSA. Stay tuned, there's more to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. Hey Hitchcock, the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is coming to town this Friday. Tune in on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.
The number 2 state-ranked and undefeated Hitchcock Bulldogs take on the Hempstead Bobcats on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Watch this homecoming game only on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.
I'm Ariana Ayala from Hitchcock High School, and this is a Game of the Week from Clear Life Media.
Welcome to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. My name is Kurt Casper. I'm with Clear Life Media, and tonight we have the number 2 team in the state, the Hitchcock Bulldogs, taking on the Hempstead Bobcats. You can watch it live on Clear Life Media, on our Facebook page, on our YouTube, on clearlifemedia.com, and also on Galveston County Daily News' website. Tonight's broadcast is free of charge. You can watch on all of our platforms thanks to all of our amazing sponsors, including Ron Carter League City, Terror Isle Adventures, United Way Galveston County Mainland, and Troy Chase Realty Group. If you are interested in sponsoring one of our broadcasts, you can also reach out to us at info@clearlifemedia.com or comment below on this feed. If you are watching tonight on our Facebook page and our YouTube, go ahead and share this out. Tell a friend, text it to somebody and say, hey, tune in. It's the number 2 team in the state. We want to know where you're watching from. Go ahead and comment below where you are watching from, and maybe we'll give you a shout out later on in the broadcast.
Samaya Blue, Hitchcock Bulldogs. You are watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
I'm now joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News to talk about tonight's matchup between Hitchcock and Hempstead. Talk about this game. What are some of the keys? Talk about Hitchcock a little bit, being number 2 in the state. It's got to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't go the easy road to get that state ranking either. They had to beat the number 2 team last week in Columbus in what was really a game for the ages, a crazy finish to that one. And yeah, so we're getting a Hitchcock team that continues to be on a roll, 8-0 on the season now. And they're, just going to, the key for them is to kind of keep that momentum going, not, get too complacent after getting that huge win over Columbus. Against a Hempstead team that their record doesn't show it, but, they could sneak up on you if you're not careful.
Yeah, the first-year head coach over at Hempstead, he talked to me a little bit about how his team has that extra little fight this season. They're showing up at practice, and those are things that can be scary for a number 2 team in the state, correct?
Oh, yeah. That's, in college football, they talk about the trap game, and, this is kind of that situation. Hitchcock's coming off a huge win. Now they're having their homecoming game against a Hempstead team that, hasn't been great record-wise, but is on the rise, under their new head coach. And then, the week after that, they're going to be focused on a really good Hallettsville team to close out, hopefully district champion. So, and this one, the big key for Hitchcock, I think, will just be, focusing on a good game plan, limiting their mistakes, and not overlooking, what could be a surprising Hempstead team.
We're going to have more about the Hitchcock Bulldogs and Hempstead later on in our Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. So to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, we spoke to some of the players and the coaches of Hitchcock Bulldogs as they prepare for tonight's matchup. Plus, the cheerleaders are ready to perform in tonight's game on the sidelines, hyping up the crowd. We spoke with them as they get ready for tonight's homecoming game. And it's the Galveston County Student of the Week, sponsored by Galveston College. Stay tuned.
I'm Sierra Davis at Hitchcock High School. Go Bulldogs!
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com. Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com.
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. My name is Kurt Casper. I'm with Clear Life Media. Tonight we have the number 2 team in the state, the Hitchcock Bulldogs, taking on the Hempstead Bobcats. We spoke with some of the players and the coaches earlier this week as they prepared for tonight's matchup. Here's what they had to say.
They came out doing Bulldog jacks, and that's usually what we do after a win. So energy's just been high. Usually after a big game like Columbus, you kind of ride that wave where the momentum's kind of down, and man, the kids just surprised us with a whole bunch of energy on Monday. So the energy's actually been really high around here.
Playing fast, physical, our normal football, Bulldog football, what we do every Friday. Just keep our heads, play the way we've been playing, and show them that we're the best team in the state.
We should keep a good attitude, keep our composure, and don't be walking away cocky, and always be humble.
For them, it all started when they were 4 to 5 years old. Them guys been playing football together, been playing basketball, been running track, and they've always accomplished since an early age, state championships. Before we won the state 7-on-7 championship, they won the 7-on-7 division for junior high. They won multiple basketball championships. They competed in several Super Bowls and Little League, so they're kind of just accustomed to winning.
It's going to be a good environment, and we all going to just play as a team and keep our composure and always play how we normally should play.
It's gonna be a good environment. Homecoming, we 8-0 right now. Trying to bring back a win for our town.
I'm now joined again by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News to talk about the Hitchcock Bulldogs, second-ranked team in the state. You were actually out there last week against Columbus. Talk about that environment and talk about that last drive by Lloyd. That was awesome, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely, when you think of small town Texas football, that Columbus atmosphere definitely was that. And what a game. Hitchcock, they came out great. They're winning most of the game, holding not a big lead, but holding a lead most of the game. Yeah. Then under a minute to go, Columbus drives. They execute a great 2-minute drill and go ahead 28-27 on a touchdown with less than a minute to go. Hitchcock, they get a nice kickoff return into Columbus territory. So it's looking like, they have new life, but then they get pushed back with the penalty, with the sack, and before you know it, they're facing 4th and 24.
Right.
Game on the line. And so last play, Lloyd Jones, he just airs it out to his favorite target, Damian McDaniel, and he's in the end zone, comes down with it. I think it was 13 seconds maybe left on the clock, and they're back ahead, and that's pretty much ball game. They had to kick it off again, and McDaniel got a game-clinching interception, and that was it.
That was it. And now they're the number 2 team in the state. How do you protect yourself against what could be a potential trap game against Hempstead? Homecoming, game of the week, Clear Life Media is there. How do you protect yourself so that you don't get embarrassed on big-time TV?
Yeah, as hard as it is, I think you got to put that big win behind you and just focus on yourselves. Hitchcock obviously has the talent to beat this team with, Lloyd Jones, Damian McDaniel, Bryce Dorsey at running back. So, just focus on your own game plan. Don't make too many mistakes, because, if you make mistakes, that keeps a team like Hempstead in the game. And but for Hitchcock, I think the big thing for them will just be to start strong, kind of take control of the game, and then, at the end of the day, make sure everyone comes out of it healthy.
It is homecoming night at Hitchcock, and we spoke with some of the students in the cheerleading program here at Hitchcock, and here's what they had to say about tonight's matchup and being on the field for this game.
The cheer team is complex, ready to work, also very motivating to all the sports that we cheer for here.
Our cheer team is all about bringing spirit to the school, spirit to community. We not only cheer for football, we cheer for basketball, softball. Our girls try to go out and support them all.
We also plan the pep rallies that go on here at the school, the small events on like the other sides of the school and stuff like that. We basically do a lot of planning, a lot of stunting, jumps.
We're, full of school spirit. We do the best we can to support our team, fill the school with spirit, get the crowd hype and stuff like that.
That they're gonna bring the spirit Friday night. They are the spirit for Friday night.
To me, it means to get the crowd hype, get everybody happy, to have that loudness to, support your school team.
It's like super exciting. This is my first year doing homecoming with the cheerleaders, and I'm anticipating the spirit that they're gonna bring Friday night for our homecoming game.
In this type of setting where it's like neck and neck and ooh, we're 8-0 and all kind of stuff like that. So I love Hitchcock. 1, 2, 3,
Bulldogs! Tigers! Earlier this week, the HOSA program at Hitchcock High School actually hosted a blood drive for the entire community. HOSA helps students train to be in the nursing field.
This is HOSA, and HOSA means Health Occupational Students of America.
It's a career technical pathway. We offer the 4 classes, and as long as they do all 4 with me, hopefully they can earn some certifications at the end.
Basically, you fundraise, give back to the community, help the community, and just live life.
The blood drive is basically a program where we sign up students, well, really anybody in our community, to encourage them to give blood so they can save at least 3 lives.
It's really awesome. Some of them do get a little bit scared and we have to pump them up, but they're usually geared, they're ready to go, and they're ready to save lives.
People are in need of different things, so we like to find a way to give back, and so we're donating blood.
Our goal is hopefully to get a certain number. Our number here was 44, I think. We got about 66 people to sign up.
I learned how important it is to take care of our bodies. I learned how important it is to give. And I learned how important it is to just know about your body.
Tomorrow morning, the Hitchcock High School band jumps on a bus and drives all the way to the area competition. They're hoping to build off of their recent success where they got straight 1s. Here's the story.
I really I just enjoy it. It's like a family for me, outside of school.
Whenever I first started band, I couldn't even imagine how this would have turned out. Honestly, I thought it was just going to be showing up at school and playing instruments, but it's definitely proved to be a lot more than that. Definitely a lot of opportunities, seeing different parts of Texas that I normally wouldn't see, experiencing different things. Like for instance, a couple of years ago in the band made it to state, and we actually ended up playing in the Alamo Dome, and that feeling was just ethereal.
We're just we're pretty close with each other. We'll do whatever it takes to reach our goals.
Every time we go to contests, it seems like we get one. So we get our ones at region, but we're always looking past region to area, state marching band contest. So it feels great because the band's so young and we had to work so hard to get it this year, but we're looking at the next competition.
It definitely makes all the work pay off. Just seeing everybody come out and enjoy seeing the band and the football team and just the energy of the homecoming game in general, it really gives us a chance to show off what we've been doing here.
We put a lot of work in the last few weeks into getting our 1s, so seeing everyone super happy and smiling and just jumping around everywhere is pretty much what we did. It was great.
Over the years, it's just been an outpouring. We have great parents and a lot of supportive parents.
My name is Terrell Allen. You with the Hitchcock Bulldogs and you watching Clear Life Media.
Still to come on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, we talked to the Hempstead head football coach about his team. It's his first season as the head coach, so you'll want to hear that. Plus, we have the Galveston County Student of the Week, sponsored by Galveston College. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Anna Dellinger and this is Heather Laurie. and my little sister, Michelle West, and we're at Legacy Collision. We are an all-service automotive collision center, here to service anybody who has a little fender bender all the way up to a major accident. We work with all major insurance companies, all female run. You can reach us at 409-440-8900 on our website, legacycollisiontx.com, or on social media, Facebook and Instagram. We are continuing a legacy, creating a legacy, and leaving a legacy here at Legacy Collision.
In a crisis emergency, every second matters. Every second counts to saving your loved ones. Each second is crucial to the response and prevention of attacks. We never think it could happen to us, but these situations, they happen all around the world. Take the necessary steps to keep your space and our community safe. M6 Global Defense. Choose safety and don't let the seconds tick away.
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. Tonight it's homecoming in Hitchcock, plus it is a district matchup between the Hitchcock Bulldogs and the Hempstead Bobcats. You can watch on our website, clearlifemedia.com, also right here on Facebook and on YouTube. It's free to watch thanks to our amazing sponsors, including, of course, Ron Carter League City, Galveston College, Who's Hood Realty Group, and many more. You can check out the list of our sponsors on the screen right now.
Cameron McDade, Hitchcock High School. You're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Earlier this week, we spoke with the head coach of the Hempstead Bobcats. Here's what he has to say about tonight's matchup with the Hitchcock Bulldogs.
We're building here, at Hempstead. This being my first year, just a bunch of kids that are trying to come together and work hard. We got a lot of unfamiliar faces with the coordinators, head coach, a lot of different coaches. So just trying to, all come together and bond and be one big happy family. And really and truly, I didn't know where Hitchcock was. I've heard of the area. When I was in school, we played Lamarck and, the Dickinsons and all that. So I knew it was very close to that area. But I have never been to Hitchcock. We just want to kind of go out and just have fun, and that's the biggest thing for this year is understanding that we want to be all in and just compete and see where we line up. So our focus is just playing football. All that stuff is just extra. It's just like our own personal homecoming. Sometimes it can be a distraction, but we focus on buying in and focusing 100% on everything, every assignment. And, like I said, Hitchcock's a great team. We're not going to take anything from them for how good they are. However, we all got to line up. You got to put 11 out there on all three phases of the game, and you got to play.
I'm now joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News to talk about the Hempstead Bobcats. What do you know about this team, and what can we expect?
I know, they're kind of a team that's rebuilding, and they have some good athletes on the team, particularly at quarterback. They have a pretty mobile quarterback, dual threat type of guy, and I think he will probably be the main focus of the Hitchcock defense. I feel like, if they can contain him, then, they should have the ball game in hand. If they, let him, get out of the pocket, make plays, make, big plays, they could be in for a dogfight, no pun intended.
Yeah, and Hempstead, I talked to Coach a little bit. They're a team that used to be really, really good. Mm-hmm. They had some really good years, went to the state a few times, and now they're trying to get back to that. But it's those rebuilding seasons. Mm-hmm. How do you take that approach to be that spoiler, to come in here? It's a away game. They've never played here at Hitchcock before. How do you, if you were their coach, how do you address this team to make sure that they're ready for tonight's game?
Well, I feel like, if I was in coach's shoes, I would just tell them to come out loose. They pretty much have nothing to lose coming into this game. It's not their homecoming. They're not the number 2 team in the state. So, they can come out, feel like they can play spoiler and just come out relaxed and not too nervous. And if they do that, they could give Hitchcock some troubles.
That would be very interesting, especially tonight on Homecoming and also on Clear Life Media. We're going to have more of the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show, including our final predictions for tonight's matchup. And it's the Student of the Week for Galveston County, sponsored by Galveston College. Stay tuned.
My name is Lloyd Jones, and you're watching Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Every October, an island mysteriously emerges from the bay. Disembark alongside a crew of cannibal pirates. Encounter the witch, Mon Maxine, gruesome sea creatures, and even the pirate king himself. Experience true terror every week this October at Terror Isle.
I really like United Way. They're what I call a tip of the sword organization. They are meeting community needs at the very tip of the sword where people who maybe can't help themselves need help. And then we always hear the stories from the different organizations United Way gives to about how someone was helped or how their life changed through the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.org.
Welcome back to the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week pre-show. It's homecoming night. The Hitchcock Bulldogs take on the Hempstead Bobcats, and we got all of the action on Clear Life Media, clearlifemedia.com, YouTube, and on Facebook. Plus, you can watch on galvnews.com.
My name is Takara Randolph, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
I'm now joined by James Lacombe of the Galveston County Daily News to talk about our final predictions tonight. It's the Bobcats versus the Bulldogs, number 2 in the country. Homecoming, Clear Life Media Game of the Week. What do you got for us?
Well, I do expect Hitchcock to take care of business. There may be a little bit of a hangover from that great game last week, but I wouldn't expect that to take over the game. I feel like although Hitchcock is still a young team, even though they don't show it, they're still a young team, but I think they'll take care of business and, keep the undefeated streak going here.
All right, what is your score prediction? I know you got to give one. I know you're holding back a little bit, but it is Game of the Week. We got to get a prediction from you.
I feel like this is a game where Hitchcock can build a nice lead early and maybe, rotate in some guys who don't play a lot. So maybe the score won't get too out of hand, and I'll say Hitchcock 48, Hempstead 14.
That is his prediction. I'm hoping it's going to be a closer game. I like those games that are close, but that means that Hitchcock didn't come out and take care of business, so we don't want that as well. So we're going to have more on this game here in a little bit, but first, our Galveston College Student of the Week.
My name is Takara Randolph of Hitchcock High School, and I am Student of the Week. It's just like, woo, wait, I won, really? Normally, I try to stay pretty to myself and keeping decent grades and different things like that. So I try to make sure that I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing, but it was just kind of surprising. It was a surprise. Well, for me, it's a legacy. My mom graduated from Hitchcock. My aunt graduated from Hitchcock. Grandpa, uncles, cousins, several people. So to me, it's kind of a fulfillment, really. You should get involved simply because you will not have another experience like this ever again. Like, your high school experience is a one and only thing. So once that's over, that's it. So enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you to Galveston College for sponsoring the Student of the Week.
Begin your path toward a rewarding career by enrolling at Galveston College. Choose from 50 degree and certificate programs. Galveston College, your home away from home. Learn more at gc.edu.
We are moments away from kickoff. You can actually watch on all of our platforms. Make sure that you comment below, share this out, tag a friend. We're going to toss you over to Todd and Clay, who has tonight's coverage. Hey Hitchcock, the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is coming to town this Friday. Tune in on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.
The number 2 state-ranked and undefeated Hitchcock Bulldogs take on the Hempstead Bobcats on the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Watch this homecoming game only on Clear Life Media and galvnews.com.